everybody, happy Monday. Welcome to a new fun week of crafting here at Hunky Dory TV. We're so excited. It is a brand new week and we are kicking off with the best launch ever. These are our dimensional flower dies and they are blooming lovely. They really are. They make the most gorgeous cards and centerpieces. Honestly, beautiful. You're going to fall in love with them. But before we get into it, let's do all the T's and C's. My name is Rebecca Monks and I'm going to be your host for today's fine hour of crafting. Very excited to be here. In the producer station we have the lovely Jess.
Good morning.
And we have the lovely Rebecca. Good morning. She's training up as well. Obviously our lovely Lisa is due a baby very soon. And we just need so much more help in here. We just have so much fun and we're getting busier than ever. So we thought it's time Rebecca joined in on the fun too. So say good morning to her. And she also spells her name the same way as me. So we love her. We just love her. Let's introduce our demonstrator. It's the one and only Craig Laird, everyone.
Good morning. You okay?
Yes, you?
I am doing very well, thank you very much. I am really looking forward to these. I had them on Hobby Maker yesterday.
Yes.
And everyone loved them. For me, Bex, we've got my two loves, Hunky Dory die cuts together, Moonstones. These are beautiful. And I love that little bit of a concept that you've got with them.
I think so, yeah. You don't really have to think too hard about what to do with them. There's lots of inspiration on our socials and in the gallery. So, and obviously we've got the VT coming up. But before we do, let's kick it off with the Sweet Swin It Weekly. Look at this beautiful prize. It's the Golden Oldies Festive Edition with your 8 Golden Oldies topper sets here. Look at those cuties under the mistletoe. 4 designs, 8 topper sets, so you're going to get 2 of each. Don't know why we're giving this away because it's one of our most popular kits ever. 5 lucky winners, it's worth $19.99. All you have to do is like, share and comment with your answer to the following question. Which of the following animals cannot stick their tongue out? Is it A, crocodile? Is it B, penguin? Or is it C, sloth? That's a crazy answer.
A funny one for a Monday, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, can't stick their tongues out. I think a crocodile can't it? I'm only going when you watch a crocodile like attack.
The big snap.
Yeah, the big snap.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm sure the answers that are coming in will let us know very soon. We have popped that in the comments as well, so keep your guesses coming in. Okay, let's have a look at this fabulous launch. Oh my goodness, weren't they beautiful?
They were nice, weren't they?
So nice.
Really nice. A couple of them we're going to be recreating within the show.
Oh really?
Yes.
I love that you do that. I think you enjoy recreating like your favourite cards, don't you, on your demos?
Absolutely, because I think we're all our own worst critic when it comes to, of course, crafting and that. And whenever we get the opportunity to play, as we've talked about, we get a lot more time here at Hunky Dory to have a play and experiment. And when able to do that, there is times where I think, do you know what? I think that really shows off what the range, the collection's all about. And it's one of those things that at home, you get asked on social, I'd love to see how it's made. Yeah. So then therefore, what a great way to team them together. So what you see is what then we're going to make.
Yeah, and that's it. And as well, like you can always, even if you see a card that you like in our gallery or on our socials, you can always recreate it. But
absolutely.
Switch up your colours, maybe some different textures in there. There's lots of different ways that you can make your favourite styles
100%.
And then just switch them up and have some fun with them as well.
Definitely.
And I think this collection really allows you to do that. So let's have a look. We've got our beautiful dimensional flowers collection. These are absolutely stunning. So what you need to do is just layer the individual flowers over the panel die. So they're like a sort of 2-in-1 situation. And then you get these beautiful 3-dimensional absolutely stunning blooms in there. And I just think they're just really, really, really pretty as well. They're going to be dyes that you're going to come to time and time again. You cannot go wrong with florals for any occasion. Birthdays, weddings, sympathy. We had a new baby card on that BT. Just phenomenal for everything. So these are your dyes. You're going to get both the corner panel and the border panel as well in this bundle for you. There's 8 cutting dyes in this one, and there is 8 cutting dyes in this one. So you're going to get 16 singular metal dyes for your money. There it is. There's the metal for your money. You're going to get a sentiment with each of those, and I love that because you can't have too many sentiment dyes either.
Definitely not.
They're so handy. So the corner panel you've got thinking of you, and then for this one, obviously this sentiment is perfect. It's have a blooming lovely day. So again, it's going to go with all that sentiment alone. That's going to go with your floral collections. It's going to go with your floral litter books, and obviously these fantastic dyes. And again, you can just see them on the card models there. Very, very simple and effective to just cut out of coloured cardstock. There is a guide on the back of the packaging as well that Stacey and the team have layered up. So we suggest picking out some colours, maybe doing ombre tones. But obviously if you want to do sort of colour blocking or clashing, you absolutely can do. It is just a guide, and that is on both of those as well. So you've got this one as well that just drapes around the corner of your cards, and you can use sort of any square card or rectangular card for that and just drape it over the corners. Obviously you could drape it round a circle die or a little book page. And then obviously you've got your border ones for edges. This one we recommend they sit beautifully on 6-inch cards or taller, and your corner panel 5x5 or larger. Let's have a look at the boards as well. So this is what we're saying with the recommended sort of colour guide. So as you can see, these are all your pieces. So you go from the biggest die in the darkest colour, and then you go lighter as you get smaller. So it's super simple.
So easy, isn't it?
Absolutely. And again, think about cutting these out of parchment.
100%.
So beautiful. And again, they're just really, really nice sort of sketchy florals as well. Fiona says, curious how they work. So looking forward to this. These look like the flowers in a Build a Bouquet pad, says Michelle. They kind of are inspired by that, but it's if you want to do your own themes and your own colourways, you've got that kind of option. And then this one as well, the same concept there. Absolutely beautiful. So that's your border panel. And then, like I say, you're going to layer up all of these pieces. And then to go from these pieces of like shapes to build this.
Exactly.
It's just incredible, isn't it?
It really, really is there. And, you know, don't be taken by the blue. The only reason it's blue is because the Moonstone packaging is blue. It's there for an idea. That could be your 4 shades of pink, 4 shades of green, or it could be, as you said, you could be as creative and go rogue if you want to. But having the idea with flowers as well is flowers you want to kind of sporadically place on your cards and your projects. But sometimes as a crafter, it doesn't always look pleasing on the eye, or it just doesn't sit right. Whereas what Jen and Stacey has done is they've put the position in for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can go rogue if you want, but if you want that guide, then you've got it there as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it is, I think dyes just give you that flexibility, don't they? So the full collection with both, like I say, 16 metal dyes for your money is $24.98. That's going to come to $22.48 for our Diamond members. That's the lowest price on those. So £11.24 for each pack of those dyes. And like I say, there's 8, including a sentiment. And even the sentiment has its own mat and layer, which is incredible. So they're just wonderful. They're $14.99 each. They're the prices. And again, that's coming down to $14.24 and $13.49 if you just want one. Yeah, perfect. Are we ready to show the cards, Jess? I think we are, aren't we? Yeah. Gone through everything. Yeah. And I think let's just get straight to the cards because this just shows it off. Absolutely. Again, look at that dimension. Look at that texture.
Isn't it stunning? And
Gorgeous.
That's the prime sample, Bex, where yes, you can do the colour change if you want to with that gradient, or you could go just with your light tones, all whites with a little bit of the light blues.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is our Prism inks, and we've Lisa's chosen like the powder blue, the lovely lilac, and then just for that deeper feel, the violet in there. So it's almost like ombre feels with this. And then we've got this one with the golds as well. again. And again, you can leave spaces as well and not layer up all your flowers. And then you can make more of a centerpiece of the larger ones, etc. It's totally up to you how many layers you want to add.
Exactly. It really, really is. You can be as full as you want.
Absolutely, yeah. Again, just depends on the dimension levels that you want. Obviously, we've got this one that Craig has made for us with those gorgeous pink tones and that beautiful check pattern paper in there.
And guess what?
Are we making this?
That's our first demo.
Wonderful. Oh, stay tuned if you want to see that. This one is by Natalia. She's done some, I know, it's gorgeous, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. These are the kind of makes that you can recreate at home. I love this. Again, another one of Natalia's. Very inky. We've got the splashes in there. We've got the embossing folder in the background. It's beautiful. We've got one all dressed up for Christmas here from Lisa. Again, turning those flowers into little poinsettias. This one is Rachel's with that gorgeous, gorgeous border strip panel there in those Matastic. So you can be grabbing those out as well. But again, just such a perfect partner for loads of your core stash. So think about your embossing folders, your glitter cards, your pattern papers, you know, so many different options. We've got this one with a more tropical feel.
This is really nice, that
one. So fun, isn't it?
Yeah, so fun.
And again, we have loads of things like that. We've got a tropical leaves mask. We've got other dyes that you can be pairing that up with. And again, just works so well with that really nice cohesive colour palette. We've got a more sort of sketchy one. And this one lies a little bit flatter as well, just utilising some of those shapes. So again, you don't have to stick it to the corner or no. The panel. You know, it's absolutely up to you. We've got this one with that ombre ink in, one of Rachel's, absolutely lovely. Oh, I love the colours in this one as well, a little bit different. We popped it on some acetate as well. That is absolutely stunning. So again, you could be draping it around anything that you've got in your stash. And then again, we've got this one by Craig as well, using those embellishment pieces as well to sort of carry it across the card. Really, really effective there. But we're gonna, I know everybody's dying to see how these work, so we're gonna go straight over to Craig.
So what I'll do, I'll show you, so that bright yellow one, and then this one, Bex, here, with the parchment I done on Hobby Maker yesterday.
Okay, yeah, great.
That you can always go back and watch, no matter where you are in the world, you can go back and watch, and that's just with our festive parchment that I use, and it just goes to show the depth that you can get, and a simplistic mat and layer, but if you've got your vellum inserts, parchment inserts, great way to use as well. So that was, I thought, I'm going to show that because you'd mentioned, of course, the actual parchment. But let's go in with the corner ones here. So I've already pre-done the bases of my mats and layers here. It's one of my most used pads that I like to use, and that's the pastel plaids and the cheerful checks. Love this one. So let's go in then with our corner one. So that one being our, funny enough, corner panel. And we're going to go in with a couple of sheets from our colour blocks. So I've used bright, pastel, so brights, pastel and neutrals for that one. Yep. So we've got those three going here. So let's start with the base. So I'm going to use, as you can see from those colours there in the sample that Beck showed you, I'm going to do my own colourway. However, what I am going to do is still follow that panel. Stick to that guide there. We've got that flow. Steps you through, as Bex was saying. You've got your base panel, you've got your colours at the bottom. So for instance, base panel, it says colour 1. You can see there's your colour idea there. And then all you need to do is follow along. So your largest flower, all you need is one of them. If you're following the layer chart that Jen and Stacey's done for you, and then colour 2, and then you're following along. So the medium flower, you need 2 of colour 2, 1 of colour 3. So you're just looking at the dyes there, and then it's entirely up to you whether it's greens, pinks, yellows, whatever tones that you want, or whichever one colours that you want to go with yourself.
I agree, Craig, and I think it's a great place to, if you're just stepping into your dyes, these are a great way to start because you get so much guidance with these dyes.
That's it, yeah. And it's not only guidance with positioning, it's guidance of colours as well.
Colours as well, yeah.
So if you're unsure with colour guide, you've got it sorted. If you're unsure with positioning guide, you've got it sorted.
Exactly.
But then if you want to be as rogue as you want to and use them individually, you can. Or what you can also do as well, and I'm just going to kind of bring this one in. I kind of extended them myself.
Yeah,
just
and
that
have
little
it
bit further.
elongated, yeah.
That's it. 8x8 scrapbook pages, 12x12 scrapbook pages. All of those you're going to be able to do. And let's also go in with some of these actual dies that we've got. So I know what I'm going to be creating here. I just need the largest one, and I need some of these smaller ones. And we're just going to pop them down. We're just going to die cut them, and then we're going to do a bit of shaping when it comes to these ones. So let's tape down. What I'm also going to do as well, Bex, is very, very rarely will you ever see me cut 2 layers at once, because no matter the quality of the die, the layer underneath of the die cut isn't always as pristine as the top layer.
Yeah, get that.
However, there's always exceptions, and because we're going to be shaping them, it doesn't actually matter, because we're going to be flattening the edges anyway. So that's why I'm going under with an underlayer as well, cutting 2 at once. So I'm just going to layer these ones up. Let's run these ones through here. So
I love this comment from Charmaine. She says, oh my gosh, guys, I can't afford to love anything else. Last week's huge parcel, it raised my hubby's eyebrows.
Wow.
My basket is full again.
Okay.
Stop making such beautiful stuff.
Can't help it.
We're never going to make ugly stuff, Charmaine.
Nope.
We apologise in advance.
Nope, never ever going to stop. And you touched upon it as well, Bex. Yeah, these are great to be using as individual focal points, but your little books as well. You know, your designer pads as well. Start to use those. I've shown you the parchment and all of that. So it can add a nice accent. Maybe you want to do backgrounds with your glitter paste and texture paste.
Yeah, exactly. And again, what I think these fit into whatever kind of crafting you do. They're just fabulous.
And that's right, yeah. Whatever craft you like to do. If you do like to do that bit of mixed media, go over the top with your gessos once you've created your flowers. Do your dry inking with any of your inks or that. So yeah, they really are going to fit into whatever realm of craft that you like. You know, if you go in with your metal shims and that, go in with your fabrics as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Felt as well.
Felt as well, absolutely.
Oh, these
anything
would look
like that.
so sweet in felt, wouldn't they?
Wouldn't they just?
Like,
they
really
would.
charming.
Yeah, you have that tactile feel as well. And yeah, just a nice way to create little, you know, either, yes, your cards or that, or what about things such as little, I don't know, little brooches or things like that.
Oh, that would be very cute.
Be really, really cute, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking as well, these would look lovely as like little art pieces around the house in like box frames, home decor pieces.
All of that. That's it. Start to think outside the box, as you say with the box frame. Start to think of how else you can use them. And if you've noticed, pretty much since I've joined Bex, I use a lot I think it's the stitched edge floral dies.
Yeah, the stitched blooms and...
Blooms, that's it. I'll still be using these, but when it comes to the individual dies here, these are ones that you're going to be seeing me using quite a lot as individuals. So let's take these ones out here. So I'm just going to move them ones out the way. Now I've already got lots and lots of florals already made up, because I was in my element on Friday, Bex. Well, actually...
Oh, prepping?
Yeah, a week past Friday, I was making samples. I was back home in Durham. And then Thursday, Friday, I was back home in Durham, and I was doing what work I needed to do. And I messaged Anne-Marie, and I was like, I'm going to get a head start when it comes to my demos for Hunky Dory TV, because this, if you're going to create what I'm creating, Bex, it's not a half an hour craft.
No, yeah,
you're going to sit, you're going to cut, you're going to shape, you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
So therefore I was like, I'll need a bit of time to actually sit in place. We're like, yeah, absolutely, that's fine. You know, I sat in the craft room, put my iPad on, and I just cut flowers, I shaped them, I manipulated them. And who would have thought you could be in your element doing things like that?
Oh, it's so much fun.
It was so much fun. It was great, because honestly, I could have kept making lots and lots of other, you know, ideas that I had, because it's just a nice way as using as that focal or that embellishment.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think crafts like this are very, very therapeutic to do.
Very, absolutely. They really, really are. Really nice and enjoyable. So let's do a few more. So I've got a nice selection that we can start to shape for you. So let's pop that one on. Yeah, let's do a couple of the other large ones. Same with the medium ones here. So this is where I'm not following the colour chart, but I will be following that base as well. So let's go in here and then look at your waist. Now, yeah, I know this is on, what's it, it's about 150 GSM, isn't it? But if you were to do it in your Adorable Scoreable or even your acetate,
Yeah.
what about using them to mask through and stencil through
Oh,
as well? You
yeah.
can do that. Create a shaker backdrop. You've got all those options too.
Yeah, that would be really cute.
And that's always look at the waist, so to speak, as to what you've got and how you can use up. Also as well, if you're one that does like to gut your cardstock like I do, we've got our nesting dies, we've got our paper trimmer, or what about if you're making a project, you're not even using the flowers, Bex, you're making a project and you're like, oh, I want to gut that. Get your flowers in, just cut a load from that centre, pop them in a box for you to use another time,
That's a
and
really
you're
good idea.
maximising the space. So all these different ways that you can use them. So let's pop these ones out here and we can start to do a little bit of shaping.
Jane Quigley on YouTube says, I agree, Craig. It's really mindful and relaxing to do. I love taking time. I love projects that take time.
Yes, yeah. I am one that likes it. I've got a lot of patience, Bex, but I do like cards and projects that are not quick, but you know, they are a quicker step to do.
Yeah.
Whereas flowers, completely different. Sit, you know, stand, relax, chill, and create your flowers.
Yeah, that's it. There's a place for everything, isn't there?
There really is.
Yeah, absolutely. Fiona says, top idea, Craig. Now just need to do it. You do. You absolutely do.
That's it. And even if you've not got any ideas to start with, what about sitting on the couch, you know, if you're watching the TV or that, and just die cut lots of them.
No.
And then you've got them ready.
Even if you just do plain white.
Plain white, yeah. And spritz with them with your Prism Shimmer Paste, all of those, you can do that as well. And then I'm going to show you two ways on how you can shape them. There will be many ways, but I'm going to go in with my ball tools. Let's go in with one of them, anyone, doesn't matter. Yep. And this is just like a sponge mat that we've got here. If you've got like a stamping mat, a sponge mouse mat would work as well.
Yeah.
You know, not the hard shell mouse mat, but the sponge one. And all that I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it over here. Now, my die cut is obviously moved into the petal and it's taken out a nick there. I'm not going to bother about that because if you look at petals in nature, they're not, you know, they're quite organic. You know, they're not perfect. And that can always add to the detail of the petal.
I hadn't really even known. I just assumed that was kind of meant to be there. Yeah. It was only when I looked at the samples again, I was like, oh yeah, there isn't a little notch there, but it looks really cute.
It does, yeah, you know, and you know, you might find other like little punches out there that you can then go along and exactly that. Let's do that. If you go in and even if you just start to manipulate them slightly, you know, I have seen flower dies in the past where they've got little notches out the petals. So there's nothing stopping you, Bex, from changing it if you want to.
Yeah, and giving them further little ruffles and shapes.
Yeah, and you can do that.
That looks gorgeous. They almost look like cherry blossoms now.
Yes, and can you imagine using that medium one and doing the same here? And because it's the card block, what we could do is obviously I could have had a number of them layered. So instead of cutting them one by one, just do a number of them at a time. But I've gone in, shaping that one, and I'm just going to go to the other side there and then press in. And for the largest ones, we're going to do the same. Within this one, what I'm kind of doing is layering the larger ones on top of the larger ones, and then the medium ones on top of the medium ones.
Oh, that looks so fun.
But it's nice. So not only have you got that nice relaxing craft of building the card, but you've got that point as well where we can just start to shape them as well, and it is fun. I like doing that.
Like just seeing them curl up is just so satisfying.
Curling them up And although you don't really see the white underneath, but if you wanted to, before you either die cut or before you shape, what you could do is just go in with your prism inks and add some colour to the back if you want to. You could do that, or spritz with your glimmer mist. All of those hunky-dory items that you've got, start to use them. And then we're just going to do, let's just do a few more becks, just so you can see.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
How they start to come together. Let's go in here and then turn that around, and we're just pressing in there. Let's do another one. And you'll see just shortly when I bring them in that I've repeated this step a number of times just to fill my background base layer.
Gorgeous.
So work our way around like so. You do even get heat reactive foam sheets as well, where you could die cut them and then add a bit of heat to them with a craft iron or heat tool and start to see that shape change as well. You could do that. So let's just do this last one.
Yeah, that's so fun. Have you ever worked with have you ever done like shrink plastic crafting as well?
Do you know what? I've not done shrink plastic for years. I've not done, and it still to this day it scares the bejesus out of me.
Well, yeah, that's
because you think it's, you just think it's not going to work, isn't it? It's going to turn and stick, and I know since I last used it, the actual shrink plastic, you know, the actual medium has changed over the years, and it's hard to get it wrong.
Yeah.
But still, there's just that initial stage, isn't it, where you're like, this isn't going to work. But what a great way to create maybe a little home decor brooches or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Shrink plastic with the
yeah,
flowers.
you could definitely could.
You could do. And then the smaller ones, all that I'm just doing is on the front side, I'm just pressing down like so.
Gorgeous.
And if the petal of that was to tear away, don't worry about it. Don't stress. It's nature, it's flowers. Just go with it. And then let's start to build some of these ones up. So I'm going to go in with my Prism glue pen, my tacky glue. You could go in with your glue gel or hot glue gun if you want to. Yeah,
absolutely. The adhesive is totally personal preference. Oh, this is a nice comment from Margaret. She says, thank you, Hunky Dory. Order placed Thursday, arrived Saturday.
Wow. I like that.
I know. And then she put fantastic with a smiley face. Margaret, will you let me know what you ordered? Because I'm really nosy and I'd like to know.
We all are. We all are, yeah. I'm at that stage at the moment, Bex. I have to watch because I'm here certain days. If I order stuff, I have to make sure it's timed that it gets delivered. But you know what? Deliveries nowadays are great because you can follow tracking and everything,
I know.
isn't
It's wonderful, isn't it?
It's really good. Remember the days where you'd order something by phoning up and you'd have to wait like 28 days for the delivery. Jess won't remember that. She won't know that.
You'd probably forget you ordered it.
Yeah, you did at times.
I know.
You did.
It's like a surprise.
It's a nice little surprise. What's this turning up? Yeah, not anymore.
I know. Instant gratification for sure.
Is.
These look gorgeous, like built up.
And that's it. I'm just building it up, adding my own layers. So I'm going large to small, but I could have gone large, medium, small if I want to. I could have gone 1 large, 2 medium, 3 small. It's completely, entirely up to yourself as to what you want to do when it comes to the layers.
Yeah, lots of flexibility with these dies.
What I would say, you can do it with Adorable Scoreable, but just keep in mind it's 350 GSM.
Yeah.
You will get a bit of shapeage to it, but you'll get a lot more of a crinkled look. Which works.
I kind of like if you're doing a more sort of rustic feel. I think we've done dies like this before, and I did it with Blue Adorable Scoreables, and I think it was the dimensional flowers, like the first collection of dimensional flowers, which were individual rather than big pieces like this.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's exactly the same. Are you okay, Jeff?
Just lost something. What I would say is don't let anything put you off trying. It's card at the end of the day. If it didn't work, just pop it, obviously, into the bin, the recycling, if you can't use it again. But with die cutting machines, the way that they are nowadays, you know, you're able to cut through many, many different mediums. So play and experiment. So we're going to go in and let's bring in all the other ones.
Oh, we've got a
I've
couple
done.
of questions, Craig.
Yeah.
About the mat. Is it a hunky dory one?
This one.
Yeah.
No, do you know what? It's an old bit of packaging that I got. It was a home decor thing, and it came in to actually just protect it.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
just thought, do you know what? That's
Yeah.
really, really quite
Yeah.
a good thing, just to shape it. Anything too soft, what will happen, Bex, is your ball tool will just go
Yeah,
through.
it does, doesn't it?
And you can't really shape it. So honestly, I'm trying to think, a mouse mat, some kind of stamping mat, anything that's a bit
I wonder if
fur.
I'll go and get it.
You
I'll
go
be
and
a
get
sec.
what you're
Yeah.
thinking then, and then I can show you.
Yeah, tell me if it'd work. I think it would, but I need to check.
You do that. Let me know. But yeah, any questions, anything you're wanting to check, you're unsure of, fire them across to Bex and we will help you out. And then if I bring these, so what I've done is I've gone in with my diamond sparkle pearls here and just popped one into the centre. Have I got I did have all of mine lined up. Do you know what I'm going to do is, if you know me, you know I've said
Here
this
it is. Oh my
for
gosh, it wasn't in
years.
the drawer that I thought it was.
What is...
The grip mat.
We could give it a shot.
I don't know what it...
We could give it... We need to keep in mind, obviously, it's got a tack to it.
I know.
Um,
Like, I use this for
So-
stamping, but...
do you know why I don't think that will work, Bex? It's because it tacks your card and paper to the base
Oh, yeah.
when you're trying
yes,
to shape it.
it would be too... It would be... Yeah, like
It's
you say,
gonna
it has
grab
this
it.
grip.
It's got the
Yeah.
grip, isn't it? It's a good idea.
I know.
And if you've got something like that that's not a tack,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
it's
think
hard,
even
isn't it? The
what-
only thing that I could think of is like maybe if you put a sheet on top of it. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard, isn't it?
I'm trying to think if you've got something.
Oh,
whatever
Angela says we
thing-
do sell them. Hang on, the extra thick foam mat. See,
Right.
look at the controversy causing.
I know, that's it. Hey, if we do, see, I'm still getting familiar with what we've got within our ranges.
Oh yeah, this would probably work. Jess is going to get it.
She's going to get it.
Yeah,
Fab.
features. So we have something called the extra thick foam mat. Guys, it is in the comments. Features a large 5x5 surface, ideal for using as a base to shape elements. Works alongside PCTO2 embossing and shaping tool set.
Oh, that's it then.
Extra thick for deep shaping of elements. So there you go, and it's £2.99.
Is that it? Is that it? Well, this is getting chucked.
Well, yeah, you need to join the Hunky Dory one.
I do, for sure.
Charmaine says, Craig, you make everything look so easy. I'm going to have to try this.
Please do. And do you know what? And I know people say that when lovely viewers will say, oh, you'll make it look easy. And they go, well, it is easy. But really it is. All that I was just doing was shaping with a ball tool.
Yeah.
That's it. On a bit of sponge and a bit of mat. That was it. And you can't. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. And what was the way to say there, Bex? It does not matter the quality of gems or pearls like Hunky Dory do. I will still always add a little bit of tacky glue underneath just to make sure that they don't move. So you can see me starting to build those ones, but let's bring all of these other ones that I've done where you can see that I had a field day with all of these flowers. So there's my large ones.
Amazing.
And then there's the medium, and then I've gone in small, and then let's bring in, so I've gone in and I've done two bases, and I've done a drop shadow.
Oh,
I know
nice.
you've seen us do that many, many times. What I really wanted to focus on, Bex, was actually cutting and shaping the flowers.
Yeah, and showing us how to do that. Fiona has asked if you can, once you've done this mat and layer, probably, could you hold one up close to the camera and we can see all that beautiful dimension?
Who asked that?
Fiona on YouTube.
Fiona, of course I can, absolutely. Let's just do that now. Now what I would do is I would, and also just to say as well, and I know I got asked this yesterday, use your Hunky Dory tool.
Oh, I love this tool.
I do use it. The only reason you find me using this one, Bex, is just I find the
it's quite,
thinner
yeah,
pokey tool easier on my hand. That is all. So absolutely, that will do exactly the same job. But let's bring it in. Do you know what? This was one of the very first crafting tools I ever bought, and I've still got it all these years later.
Love that.
But if we go,
there we are. Yeah, we'll just focusing. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
So we've got that depth, and you want to keep it flat, you could absolutely do that. So let's bring these ones in here. Let's just start to build this up. And when it comes to our other demos, I've got all the flowers pre-made as well.
Oh, wonderful.
We do mats and layers all the time. I do them all the time, but I thought let's just focus on the actual flowers themselves.
Yeah, 100%. Michelle says, is there a leaf dye included in this set? There aren't any particular leaves, but I think because the flowers are quite teardroppy shaped petals, you could actually individually fussy cut those into leaves, I think.
Absolutely.
Or you could combine them with other leaves you've got, or etc.
Absolutely, you could do. If you'd done that in green, let's just say, if I just roughly cut that out, Bex, and even just do a little bit of a slit.
Like that could definitely be a leaf, couldn't it?
That
if
could
you wanted
be.
to.
I know obviously it's pink behind pink here, but could you just imagine if that was green?
Green, yeah. Or white, absolutely,
or
yeah.
If you wanted them individual, then of course there's your leaf as well.
Exactly,
So
that's what I meant. Yeah, if you chopped up the petals, you could have leaves.
Of course you could, yeah.
So hopefully that helps, Michelle. Don't let that put you off.
No,
you can
please
definitely
don't.
work around it. Colleen says, can you use these dyes with parchment? Yes, you can.
100%.
A few people have stepped ahead and answered that as well, but I just wanted to address that as well.
There really is. Other than your great big thick mount border, that Bex, there really isn't a medium that you're not going to be able to use.
Right?
There really isn't. You might have to use your metal shim within some mediums, but it doesn't matter. Whatever die cutting machine, whatever brand that you've got, you will know your brand, your machine.
Yeah,
and you'll know.
I think you know your machine as well, don't you?
You absolutely do. Right, did I switch my hot glue? I did indeed. Now, usually I will use a glue gel, Bex, but just so that we can get them in place straight away. I already know where I'm going, so actually I'm going to stick, look at that, come on Craig, we're going to be covering that anyway, so it doesn't matter. What I want to show you here, so I'm going to do that one there so I can show you up here. This one, if you look, what Jen, Stacey have done as well, I like to offset them, but these are the exact same shape of the petals. So although you just look, it's like a jaggedy star, what they actually do is they do actually fit perfectly underneath. So therefore, if you didn't want to see the base, just have the base one flat, do a couple, alternate them, or I do like to see that base layer just popping out because it adds another layer to it as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's beautifully, beautifully designed, these. So we are going in and I'm offsetting them. So if you were to follow the chart, what it would be is that would be your large flower, those would be your medium flowers. But because I want it to be really full and I'm in full control as to how I want to lay it out, I'm still following the base, but what I'm doing is I'm putting my own sized flowers in there.
Yeah.
And then when I come down here, I'm coming off the base slightly, but it doesn't matter. I'm still following that base. And we can turn that one around there. And we're working our way, building up when it comes to the actual flowers. And that's why the base, apart from the brown of the drop shadow, the base I've cut in the same colour as some of these petals.
Yeah, that's so clever.
So it all blends together. But do you know what you could do, Bex? Do it in green, and then the green that pops out, that's your foliage, that's your leaves. You could act it as that way if you want.
Yeah, again, that's such a clever idea.
You can absolutely do that. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to go, and this is when I would usually go with my tacky glue, but just because I've got my hot glue out, I'm going to go in, and then I'm just going to pop them around, offset them again. So what I mean by that is where we've got the petals going in one direction, the one over the top, what we're doing is we're just moving it kind of to the side so it interlocks with the petal underneath. So I'm going to, do you know what I am? Let's just go back to my glue. So pop just your little bits in there, building it up. And even if, like here, I've got a little bit of bulge of petals, doesn't matter. What you're going to do is you're just going to use your pokey tool or that, you're just going to press it in, and then once it's dried, you can come along, lift up the petals. So that one we can go underneath. So interlock them as well.
Yep.
And then let's do these ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I just show you as well what I was saying beforehand, if you wanted to extend what Jen's done, this is where you could shape them, but just carry them on that little bit further.
Yeah, of course.
And then you could create that roundness within the corners. These, I'm using these because I've already popped my petals in them. We're going to overlay those last few here, bring that one, so that one I can tuck under. And this could be greens, you know, this could be multicoloured, monochromatic. We'll do a monochromatic one just shortly. And then gone in with my sentiment, thinking of you, layered it up previously.
I love thinking of you because it doesn't always have to be somber, does it?
It doesn't.
You're happy, you know, happy thinking of you on your birthday or thinking of you on your wedding day.
That's it. You know, it could be, you know, they've had a new baby, you've not seen them, you want to say that you're thinking of them and all the fun times that they've got coming up ahead.
Definitely. Oh my gosh, there's so much love for this card, Craig. Angela says, this is beautiful, so dimensional, Craig. Linda Proctor, that is amazing, Craig. Michelle, stunning card, Craig, hunky dory.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Michelle, beautiful card, Craig. Sue Maguire, hello everyone. Bit late to the party. Well, you have just seen the most fantastic card from Craig. Thank you. Myra, pretty, pink and pale. Beautiful. Wonderful demo. We've got 2 more to come, so don't go anywhere, guys. Okay. Other really fun, perfect partners to go with these dies. First up, we have, oh, these would look so perfect. We have the Moonstone cutting texture dies. So if you want a sort of base to pop those flowers onto, how gorgeous are these going to be on your card? So this is the trellis one here. Again, that cuts into your cardstock and then you can just drape those flowers around it.
How nice would that be?
So nice, isn't it? We've got that one and then we've got the same concept but in the script. And again, script and flowers just go beautifully together. Absolutely stunning for that added texture, that added dimension, that really sort of full rustic look. Beautiful, beautiful. And again, you're going to be able to use those with everything in your stash. They are $19.98 for the 2. So going to save £4 on those as well. They're really nice, big, chunky dies. They're 6 centimetres by 10.7. This one's even bigger. This is 6.2 by 12. So again, they're going to be so great on all of your cards. They're not going to get lost or anything like that. $19.98, but again, log in, you're saving £1 immediately just for signing in. You're going to save £2 on those if you're one of our Diamond members. So do pop those into your basket whilst you're getting your dimensional flowers. Another one that's great for this is, oh, this is such a popular die. The All Occasion Words and Wishes. We brought this out in a festive edition. And this is our everyday one that we brought out just after. And again, I'm pretty sure Jen is planning on extending the family of these dies because they're so wonderful. Not that you heard that from me, of course.
You giving things away, Bex?
No, never. So yeah, any occasion, words and wishes. So you've got includes best day, with luck, good, happy, birthday, anniversary, sympathy, wedding, thanks and wishes. Sorry, that sounded a bit random there. So you can make best wishes, you can make happy birthday or happy anniversary. You can just have thanks. You can have so many things. You've got wedding day on there. Absolutely beautiful. And they're really good substantial dies. Again, sometimes sentiment dies can be so tiny they almost get lost. Whereas if you like to use them as centerpieces or you like to make larger cards, these just look fantastic.
They do, and although they've got that curve to them, they're still readable.
Yeah, oh,
Do you know
definitely.
what I mean?
Yeah, they're just a nice sort of modern script font. You get a matte and layer with every single 24 dies in here. These are working out less than £1 a die, and that's at full price. Never mind logging in. Again, logging in as a club member, you're going to automatically save £1 for your trouble. Who doesn't want that? Absolutely gorgeous. That's Moonstone 1058. A perfect stash builder in there. Then we have your precision. We're going to show some of the tools that Craig used and some other ones. We've got our precision craft tweezers. So you've got 2 pairs of those. The reverse tweezers, you've got the spring action. So if you're picking up your little dies and again, wanting to sort of pick up and lift those petals, you can do that with these. You've got the soft grip pads on there, and like I say, it is a set of 2. You just squeeze to open and then release to close. So they're so good. And then again, you've got your straight and your angled ones as well. And like I say, great for picking up small and fiddly items like peel-offs, die cuts, gemstones. And again, you can be sort of picking up those petals and moving them around on your cards with ease. Those tools as well, we've got the embossing, £6.99.
I know, it's so good.
This is for our diamond members though, isn't it? Yeah, so if you're a club, they are £9.99 and then you get your discount. But if you're a diamond member, £6.99. What a good price. And again, you can just see how Craig perfectly brought those flowers to life. Absolute wonderful tool. Set of 3, but actually really it's like 6.
It is, isn't
because
it?
they're double-ended.
The double-ended.
Absolutely wonderful. So you've got 2 and 6 mil, 3 and 8 mil, and 8 mil and 12 mil as well. Great for shaping all of your papers. And even if you're using kits rather than die cuts, they're great for things like decollage, dimensional things. Again, if you fussy cut, it's great. So you can definitely have a place for those in your stash. What a wonderful price those are. Then we've got our 3-in-1 die brush, my favourite tool on the planet. £11.99. It's a 3-in-1, so you've got your die brush there to like weed out everything, and then you've got this one. You just flick that up and down depending on which tool you need. So you've got your pokey tool, and then you've got your spatula tool there as well. Just such a great tool. Absolutely love it. And then we have, oh, I love this, your die storage folder. Absolutely beautiful. And again, it's a really nice substantial bit of kit in here. Great for storing all of your dies. It's a strong metal ring binder inside. Obviously the zip fastening. It looks beautiful. Let's unzip that properly. And then again, so much room in there for all of your dies. Let's just get that in there as well. And then you get 5 of these magnetic sheets, which just hold your dies perfectly. Obviously they're not going anywhere at all, and they are just wonderful. Again, get organised. Get organised. I think this is the time of year that everybody's got Christmas shopping creeping in and Halloween decorations. So if you can save yourself a bit of space,
absolutely,
do it.
Do it.
You've got the wonderful label that you can put like your name and address, or you can label it with whatever you want to. Like for example, nesting dies, flower dies, whatever you want to. That is £19.99, and again, look at those prices. Saving £1 just for logging in, saving £2 if you're a diamond member. That's what it's all about.
Do you know what I like about that one as well, Bex?
The storage folder?
Yeah, storage folders. Is it's unisex in the design.
It is, isn't it?
Now, how many times have you seen die storage out there and it's pink and it's flowery? Now, I like flowers and I like pink, but when it comes to storage that I've got, I don't necessarily want pinky floral designs that you've got, whereas that is really quite unisex, being the polka dots, the purple and black.
Yeah, definitely. I absolutely love it, and it's so on brand with all. If you are a Hunky Dory fan and most of your products come from us, it's going to slide right into your stash perfectly. Absolutely amazing. Michelle says, what does everyone keep their stamps in?
It's a good question.
Yeah, it is. I have several things. I do like the little storage cases. And then, like, you know, the big storage caddy. Yeah. Sometimes I do have one of those for my stamps. But everyone let us know what you keep your stamps in and what you keep your dies in. Hopefully it's that storage case. Shall we show some more cards and then we'll go back over to you, Craig? Is that okay?
Of course it is, absolutely.
Let's show some more. Oh, these are beautiful. Oh, my gosh. Loads of different ideas in here. We've got some fun folds on here. Oh my gosh, they look so... This is like autumnal chic, isn't it?
Yeah. You'll see from the next demonstration, Bex, because yes, it's flowers, but it doesn't matter the season, it doesn't matter the occasion.
Yeah.
For instance, if you were to go with greens, purples, blacks with your Halloween skulls and that, you can use it to decorate whatever season that you want.
Absolutely. That's the good thing about dyes, isn't it, as opposed to kits, because you get that extra versatility that you can have them in any colourway that you choose. Again, look at that beautiful sympathy card.
It's really nice, isn't it?
Do you know, who wouldn't love to receive that at a difficult time?
Sympathy, funny enough, what we're way to do could be along the lines of a sympathy card. Sympathy cards are always hard because you don't want them to be singing and dancing and bling and rah, rah, rah. But on the other hand, you still want to put creative thought into it as well. So it can be a little bit difficult. So hopefully we'll help you with the next demo.
Yeah, absolutely as well, for sure. Oh, this one's one of yours, isn't it, Craig? The new baby one.
And guess what? My third demonstration is going to be.
Is this going to be your third demo?
Yeah,
amazing.
planned that well.
So building that into that gorgeous little wreath. Again, we've got that Craig signature touch with the adorable scoreable and the obviously the plaid. We love that. This one again, gorgeous. This is the parchment. We had a lot of people. This is fully done from parchment, I think, apart from that silver mirror. Yeah, it is. And again, look at that in that kind of like horseshoe shape.
Yeah,
so cool. But yeah, absolutely. All your layers apart from that middle one are that beautiful parchment. We've added a little bit of glitter to that. Gorgeous. Again, this was Craig's that he showed us. Again, with that beautiful parchment sentiment. Oh, I love some of these. Are gorgeous. The monochromatic one. Again, another one of Craig's. Had so much fun with this.
That's what we're going to demo next.
That's yay! I love this.
What
this
I wanted
is great.
to do, Bex, is do one of each and then do a demonstration using flowers individually. So that's where my thought process was.
Amazing. Thank you. And then we've got them dressed up for Christmas. And again, we've got some leaves in there. Now, these are from another set of dies, but again, lots of things you can do to create that foliage. And then, this one's really funky. This one's one of Donna's. I know she's on today, so thank you for creating this for us, Donna. And again, using that kind of negative and then positioning them in a completely different way. So you see that?
Yeah.
Love that.
Is that acetate just popped at the back?
Acetate behind it, yeah, to give it
at Hobby Maker.
To give it that kind of shine. And then we've used the Diamond Sparkles glitter card. Absolutely love that. But we want to see these in action again, don't we? So Craig, we're going to come over to you.
Let's do that, because what the team has shown you is how versatile you can absolutely make these. So as I touched upon, going in with what could be a sympathy card if you want. And it's all going to revolve around the faith, words of faith dies that we've got.
Nice.
I think these are really, really well done at Hunky Dory, and I'm going in with the You Are Blessed there. So let's just build the base. We've gone in with some of our geo designs. We've gone in with a delicate damask and subtle stripes. I've always got my tape on when I'm kind of pre-prepping bits. 9 times out of 10, you'll see that I pop my tape before. And then one of the background dyes that we've gone in with as well, the sensational stripes. So this is just going to be, of course, the base of our card. So let's make sure that we've got that one the right way round. And then we can start building over the top. So if we press that one down, add in a little bit of height. Because we're going with that monochromatic look, this is where your black foam pads come in really well. So let's take these ones off. And then we're going to go in with our Black Adorable Scoreable, and then our colour blocks once again. We're going to go in with the neutrals and the vintage colour, which is the silk one. So press that one down, and then let's go in with our borders here. So we're going to take that one and let's go in with our Adorable Scoreable. So this one is our 350 GSM Adorable Scoreable. And let's tape that one down. And then the other layers that we're going to do, the black and the white, are from our colour blocks, because you've got that 150 flexible or flexibleness to them.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm just going to tape that one, and then we're going to shape these a little bit differently. So because we're wanting to have quite a few of them, and because we're going to shape them, I don't mind cutting a few layers at once. So let's go in. More layers you cut, the more chance that they'll have of kind of not sticking together, but you'll just have to pry some of them apart.
Yeah.
So keep that one in mind. It's not an issue, but it's just in case you're wondering, you think, I'm sure I cut 4 layers and there's only 2 now. It's just that it'll have been pressed together. And we're going to go in. Same as before, you've got the colour chart if you want to follow it along as well, the design chart, how to layer it up. I'm following the actual base, but I'm using my own colours. And we're just going to go in and we're going to pop them down. And the flowers are completely different from each set, but there's no reason, Bex, that you can't mix and match if you want to.
Oh, definitely.
That's it.
Especially if you are using them as like loose embellishments or you're elongating your corner panel or your border, for example. It's totally up to you.
Completely up to you. And they're not actually a specific flower. So that's where
I know,
they
I was
can
just
be.
thinking that before.
They can be whatever you want. That's why with that one that you showed that I done yesterday, you can make it look like a poinsettia.
Yeah.
So therefore you've got Christmas if you want to use them to embellish
We
your
had
Christmas.
someone earlier in the comments, I'll see if I can scroll for it. I don't know whether it was Robin actually, or it was her that replied to someone saying they were really good for hydrangeas if you did them in pink and blue. Because
I've never even thought of that.
I know. Oh, it was Jane Quigley on YouTube, and then it was Robin that replied, yeah, if you did them in pink and blues, they are quite hydrangea-like in their shape.
Aren't they?
Yeah,
they
for sure.
really are. And that's it. You'll see flowers and florals that we've not seen, and of course come up with your own ones as well.
Absolutely, and like I say, even when you cut the notches into those petals, I automatically, especially with the pale pink and white, thought cherry blossom.
Cherry blossom.
So there's like you say, there wasn't a particular flower in mind.
No.
But depending on the colours and the way you shape them and build them, they can look like specific flowers if you want them to.
Yeah, and I like it when they're not something specific because I am the worst at this, Bex. And if something is something specific, I try and keep it as what it is.
Yeah.
So if it was like a peony, I would always try really hard to keep it as a peony, and I wouldn't put any creative flow into it
Yeah,
as to
I get
what else
that.
it can be done.
Yeah.
So therefore, if it's a general floral shape, that's where it can be whatever you want it
Yeah.
to be, and that's what I like as well. So we're just going to prise these ones apart, and then we're going to do a couple of different things when it comes to shaping, because that is 2. So once again, got lots already cut, but what we have got is we've got enough. Now, can I, Jess, can we borrow that? Did you get that mat? Can I borrow that mat?
Lisa said there's one in the trolley.
Oh, there's one in the trolley. Why didn't I see that?
Just
I
going to
don't know.
answer this question. Sue
Yeah.
Maguire says, are there any occasion words a similar size to the vertical words? They're quite a bit bigger actually. I'll see if we've got any samples that use the vertical words, but I think they are a touch bigger.
Sorry, but I was listening. I wasn't
No,
listening.
it's fine. Sue Maguire said, are the occasions word dies, are they similar size-wise to the vertical sentiments? And I think they're bigger.
I think they are, aren't they? Yeah, yeah, they are. You know, you can work around that.
Oh yeah,
but,
for sure.
Yeah, I
Just
think
seeing
they
if we've
are.
got any samples that use the vertical sentiments, but I don't think
Think there is. When I was looking yesterday, because I love the vertical
you
sentiments.
do, yeah.
And when I was looking through the samples yesterday, they didn't jump out at me that, oh, that's the vertical ones. Right, so I've got a nice selection going on here. And what we're going to do, we would double the amount because we're going to do 2 layers. But let's go in and then let's show you, let's use our pokey tool here.
Amazing.
And let's just use the large scissors. Oh, there we go. So what I'm going to do, Bex, is let's do white because you can see it better. I'm going to cut and snip in. Not going right in, I'm just going in that little bit more, because when we come to shape them, we can get a little bit more depth to them, because we've got a little bit more give within the middle here. So this is where you can manipulate them more if you want to.
Craig, have you burnt your hands?
I have, yeah.
Oh no.
It was on
Was it glue gun or was it a
Thursday.
tray of oven chips?
It was the air fryer. It was the Ninja
The
air fryer.
Air fryer.
Yeah, because I'd made cottage pie, and I'd obviously put the glass container,
Yeah,
the glass
like the
dish inside, but because it was shallower, it was harder to get it out. So I'd gone in with a tea towel, but then as I went to lift, and I'd burnt my hand. So yeah, I know it's noticeable, but it's healing.
I know, I just was like, I was like, I think you've burnt your hand. I didn't notice on the first demo.
Yeah. The thing is, about 3 weeks ago, I burnt my hand on this side. Actually, it's pretty much near enough in the exact same position, but that was with a glue gun.
Yeah, I did that a couple of weeks ago.
And I'm really good. I don't use a glue gun a lot. I'm really good at being careful with a glue gun, but yeah, I caught myself.
Whoops.
Caught myself. I was like, well, I didn't quite say whoopsie, but...
Yeah, along the words to that effect.
Along those lines, yeah. But they're healing now, which is great. There's nothing worse, Bex, when you do this as a job and you've cut yourself or you've burnt yourself or, you know, you've done something.
I was doing some cooking yesterday and I realised that I had like cardstock paper cuts hit different, don't they?
Yeah, yes,
they're
they do.
So deep.
So deep,
and I didn't notice them like, you know, I was like marinating some chicken and like chopping bits up and I was like, oh, there's a paper cut that I didn't know I had.
You soon know, don't you?
Yeah.
If you don't know you didn't have one, you do once you do a bit of cooking
Absolutely.
or washing, something like that.
Yeah, for sure. I was like, oh yeah, like I didn't realise I'd done that at the time, but that's an occupational hazard in this place.
It is. That's why I try and use a lot of like hand cream, because we're always working with paper. It dries our hand out. Although to be fair, if you look at my desk, I think I've got half a Bath and Body Works lined up in front of my monitor.
I always worry that like with crafting, like obviously it's so fun, but I always worry that I'm going to have terrible posture, arthritis in my hands, repetitive strain. Crafting does this to us, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Hey, we should insure our hands, shouldn't we?
Right. Yeah, like celebrities or footballers.
Footballers. They insure their feet or their legs or their body. We should insure our hands, shouldn't we?
We should.
Can't work without our hands.
I know, right? Viv Williams says, I never thought of snipping into the flower dyes like this before. Oh, well, you learn something new every day. That's what we're here for.
It just creates that little bit of shape. But then what I'm also doing that you can see here with your poke tool, or you could do it with the very, very fine end of the ball tool, but instead of shaping, I know black on black's not the best way, so I'll bring that back in again. If I flatten them, all I'm doing, you don't need to be precise here, Bex, you know, if you're rustic, even better. And then I'm going just down the centre. And where I've snipped, if it does tear it a little bit further in, do not worry. You know, it all adds to that effect and that look. And then we can do what we were doing before. So let's go in. So I'm just going to keep that one in. And then I was doing white on white. So I've just put a tiny little bit in. And then I'm going to offset it. Let's bring in our ball tool. Yes, this would be also a great one to use to be shaping. So yeah, absolutely, that will be good. So you could use that if you've not got a hold of that one.
Absolutely, yeah.
I was about to say, I'm in my mindset thinking that Jess has given me this one, but it's not. Must remember it was in the trolley, so I better not go away with it.
There's nowhere that Jess can write studio on that.
No, that's true, isn't it?
I know.
You look at everything,
And she'll find somewhere.
Find somewhere. I don't want that one just now. Yeah, studio written on it. Let's turn them around.
I'm only helping you out and making you look great. That's all I'll say. What you like.
Us looking good is all down to Jess.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I often think that, Jess. Yeah.
When people say, "Oh my God, you know, love what you've done on it," it's like, yeah, that's Jess.
Yeah. To be fair, whenever I'm demoing in here, I'm like, Jess, what should I do? Like, pick me a colour, pick me a pattern.
Sometimes it's a good way to do it as well.
Yeah, and then I always call her out. So if
it doesn't work,
it's Jess.
If it works, it's you.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's mine is mine, and what's yours?
Oh my gosh! I was just about to say that.
Love that.
Oh my word! Oh my gosh, I was just away to say exactly the same, Bex.
Yeah, no, to be fair, Jess is awesome, and to be fair, sometimes I do love that extra bit of input. It's nice, isn't it?
It is, yeah, because what it also does as well, sometimes we can get, I don't want to say stuck, but the same colour or maybe the style or something like that. So just to have someone else's little input and say,
Yeah.
why not this colour or why not that one?
Yeah, definitely. These are looking great, Craig.
So if I just press that one down, and then what we can do again is we can just work our way around. So although we've shaped them, we potentially, or not potentially, but we do slightly flatten them when we're gluing them together. But I would always recommend still shape them, then glue them, and then go back, because if I was to glue it all first, it makes it really, really hard to then shape it afterwards. So we can always just come along and manipulate them. So then we've got that shape to them.
So nice.
With, of course, the little flowers. And so that was two of the large ones in white, a medium in black, and then a small one when it comes to the white. And I've pretty much done exactly the same with all of the other ones.
Yeah.
This medium one, I've done 2 mediums, and we're going to go in with a little black. And at this point, I don't even need to shape the small black one, because when we press down, we end up just shaping it anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily have to worry about that. And then what we can do, I popped the petals in that last demonstration, so I'll not do it within this one. Let's bring in these ones here that I've already done, black and white, a monochromatic look. Could go in with a little burst of colour if you want to. So let's pop them in. And then for this one, what I've done is,
Oh, these look so cute.
so you can just see if I bring all of these ones in, like so, and we will bring in, so I've cut 2, so that was the one that I'd cut, but I'd already cut a couple just in case, because it's one of those that I want to make sure that I've got enough time to cut stuff, but if I run out of time, I've still got everything
Yeah, I love
already
doing
done.
that.
Yeah. So, and I was conscious of the fact that I still wanted to show you the flowers, but I wanted to make sure I had lots of everything prepped so that if I needed to speed through it slightly, I could do that. And what I'm going to do, you've got a slight curve within this one. So that one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the curve down the bottom.
Yeah.
And then this one, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the curve along the top here, in with the centre. And then all that I need to do is I'm going to go in. The only reason I've done 2 large ones is because I'm going to put large ones and offset them. And by offsetting them, what then that means is I've got some black petals on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to do dot, 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 dot. So we're just repeating top and bottom with our petals. We're going to bring in all of our medium ones. So these can all go there. And although these are the positioning of like larger petals, I'm putting the medium petal onto the base of where a large one would go,
Oh,
because
beautiful.
that's entirely up to yourself. You can do that. So we can pop them in there, and then I'm going to go 1 and 2, 1 and 2, and then these are the small ones. So I've just done 1 black, 1 white with a black petal in the middle. And you'll maybe notice, maybe not, but maybe you notice, I'm not kind of, oh, let's get that there, Bex, let's turn that. I'm getting it in, I'm offsetting it, and I'm leaving it as it is.
Yeah, like you say, really natural and like organic.
That's it. And let's pop our sentiment on. You are blessed. There we go. Like so. Let's pop that one in.
So gorgeous.
Press that down. Move that back. And then there we go. We've used it as a top and a bottom.
So
But
pretty.
we've gone for, you know, you are blessed doesn't necessarily have to, of course, or that range of dyes, sentiment dyes that we do, don't necessarily have to be sympathy. But if you're wanting to use them as a way for different occasions, then of course you can.
That is absolutely gorgeous. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
And it actually, even though you've recreated this card, it looks so different, just with different positioning.
That's it.
So nice. So you can sort of do that batch making, but also have that kind of flexibility with this. Michelle Lucas says, I'm loving this card. Beautiful card, Craig says Lorraine Reed. Sam says, love this, partial to a bit of black. Very elegant card, says Michelle. Love that. Gorgeous card, Craig says Valerie. Okay, we've got one more demo from Craig, so do not worry. And I know, as always, we don't watch the clock in here, but I promise there's not too much more coming from me. Just a quick recap. Speaking of recap, Win It Weekly. We'll put the question up again. It was Leanne joined us late and said, is there a Win It Weekly question? And I couldn't squeeze it into that beautiful demo, so we'll pop it on now. Which of the following animals cannot stick their tongue out? Is it A, crocodile, B, penguin, or C, sloth? Okay, Win It Weekly's done. Recap of those beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dies. And we've got a couple more card models to show you. So we have our Dimensional Flowers Ultimate Collection here. Again, this is a family of dies that have grown and grown. We have done them in individuals, so you can go on the website, because I think we've still got some available, haven't we, Jess? We've done like rose, we've done peony, we've done cornflowers. We've done loads over the past couple of years. And then now we sort of took that idea to create that gorgeous dimension, but to do it in something a bit more universal and a bit more of like a showstopper. So rather than having one flower, we've gone with that beautiful border, that beautiful, basically panels. Gorgeous. So we have a set of 2 for you in the Ultimate Collection. So saving a lovely cheeky little £5. So we have the corner panel, which is this one. Again, absolutely beautiful. You've got your colour guide on there. You've got your sentiment thinking of you in there with the beautiful matte and layer to offset that perfectly. And again, it is so easy to use. Craig used that in his first demo. And then the one he's just shown us is the border panel. So nice, he used it twice. So you can drape it along the edge. You can do it as 2 borders like what Craig did. You can absolutely use them as individual elements. There's lots and lots of flexibility. This one, the sentiment is have a blooming lovely day. And again, you've got that same colour chart on there as well with your guide. 16 metal dies in these for you. £24.98. Again, that's your saving £5. Again, £23.73 and £22.48. What an incredible saving. And as you can see, when they're built up and followed with the colour guide, this is your corner panel here. Let's flip this around to the landscape so that you can see. Again, so beautiful. Just, you really don't need anything else with these. You can obviously add more, but you don't have to. And then that's that beautiful, elegant border that we've just seen Craig used in the black and white. Wow. Wonderful. Angela does say the problem that I would have with the flowers is most of mine have to be posted. I mean, you can do them like this and they're flat.
Yeah, so I actually done the boards for them, Bex, and that's why I done them kind of flat and also with a bit of dimension just to show you. In all honesty, you know, if I'm making them, of course, I'm going to pop them into a box or a boxed envelope.
Yeah.
But if you want to keep them that bit flatter, they still look lovely.
Yeah, absolutely. They really do. So hopefully you can still have a lot of fun with these dies. So I'm going to show you some more cards. Oh, just wanted to know as well, we did pop this in the comments and Craig did use it in his previous demo. This is the extra thick foam mat and it's just £2.99. Do you get that in your basket? It is PCT 76. Again, that's that mat to add all those shapings. A really handy bit of kit. Okay, let's have a look at some more cards. Oh, I love this as well with these borders go great with like triangular front. We've seen a twisted easel. We've seen a half front card. That one is so gorgeous. Again, as Craig said, keeping them flat on this bookmark, it's completely flat. Because obviously you wouldn't want it on a bookmark to be dimensional.
You couldn't close the book.
You couldn't close your book.
Or if you did, it would flatten it.
Absolutely. So they look gorgeous on flat, Angela. Do not let that put you off. You can still get lots of use out of them. And then again, we've got that simple thinking of you with that pop of silver. Again, these look really good in like the tropical theme. I love this little calendar from Donna. Again, adding that foliage is really, really beautiful there. And then this one, I know this is one of Rachel's. Using the negatives in there on those circles, isn't that just such a fantastic idea? Again, like you say, you could, if you've got that waste left over, you can put those circles round it and then chop them in, sort of make your own toppers.
Yeah, of course you could.
So pretty.
Individual shakers.
Yeah, such a good idea.
Shaker tags.
Absolutely, yeah, tags, yeah, for sure. We've got this one as well, that's from Natalia. Absolutely beautiful. Again, elongating it onto a DL card with that embossing folder. And again, this tiles as well for those longer cards, your embossing folder. Absolutely. Oh, I say that actually, this must be a die, not an embossing folder. Sorry, apologies. Yeah, that's that die. Has she written it on? It's the dimensional border panel with pierced tiles. Yep, that's perfect. Thank you, Donna. Gorgeous DL card there. Then we've got, oh, the garden gate. How cute is that? Absolutely stunning, isn't it?
So nice.
So gorgeous.
Great way to use all your decorative card plants.
Yeah, definitely. Again, oh my goodness, people have had such fun with the triangular shapes on these because again, they're just calling out to be draped around those. Absolutely gorgeous. Leanne Ward on YouTube says, first time catching Craig live. We've missed you. Lovely to see you this morning. Hope you're well.
Oh, bless you. I am having an absolute blast here. It's what's just going on 8 weeks that I've been on air now with Hunky Dory. And you know what? I'm having a blast with you guys. I really am.
It's really fun. Oh, look at this.
Isn't that a great idea?
So cheerful. Again, just using them as just simple embellishment pieces, building up your own background. Again, there's a little bit of dimension on this, but you could have it flat in all those rainbow neon colours. Absolutely love it. Craig, are you ready for your third and final demo?
I am.
Amazing.
I absolutely am. Let's do it. So I've already got many of my layers done and ready.
Awesome.
So white and blue adorable scoreable. Gone in with the plaids again. And what I've also gone in and done is I've taken some of my nesting dies. So I've gone in with my circle ones. And we're just going to pop that into the middle because it's also going to be a great way to be framing what I'm going to be doing. So when it comes to the new baby, I'm going to be using, we've still got some of the limited edition one and the mini new baby sentiment dies. So that's what I'm going to use. Now, before...
Haven't you had some friends that have had a new baby, Craig?
Yes, so my friend Heather, she's had Myla. Yeah.
Myla,
yeah.
baby girl?
Yes. So I am going to drop Anne-Marie a little message later and just see if we can get like a long weekend because I won't get home till Christmas.
Yeah.
So
so your friend Heather lives in Scotland back home?
Yes, she does. Yes. She's got little Lula as well.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah. I'm going to do that, get lots of cuddles.
Yeah.
That'll keep me going till Christmas. And yeah, I cannot wait.
Yeah, I know. Have you made her a card?
Not yet, I've not. Not yet. Do you know what? I could recreate this in pinks.
Yeah, definitely.
And then personalise it with her name.
Yeah.
I could do that. That would be a good idea.
I think you have to use this die. It's
oh yeah,
great
absolutely.
One.
It's such a great one, isn't it? And
yeah.
certainly, as it is with me, a way to make what I'm a way to make, be a great way to, of course, personalise it afterwards.
Yeah, I know.
Now you might think what I'm doing here isn't actually part of the demonstration, but what I thought I could show you as well, how you can also change them. And you know how we do like skeleton dies? Well, why not kind of create a different look and a shape? So that's just the largest one. So I'm using the corner. So if I take that one out, Bex, here, and carefully prise, you can start to create kind of all your own skeleton leaves as well.
That's so cool.
So you can still shape that. You can still shape it,
yeah.
but what we're just doing is we're creating our own different flowers as well.
That's beautiful.
So you can do that. Actually, that would have worked well with what I was going to do, but I've not got them prepped, so let's go and carry on with what we're going to be doing. So let's take our, so I'm only going to be using the, actually I'm only going to be using the large and the small. So let's go in with the colour block again, going in with the brights and the neutrals. And what we can do is let's chop this one up so that we can get a few together. So let's layer that one up. Also, if you see any bits of black, it's because I had the texture paste on Hobby Maker yesterday. So every now and again, I think that's fine. I've got it all off my hands. And then, you know, when you just find like a little bit under your fingernail or something
tell
like
me
that.
about it, I know.
It's always the worst, but yeah. So let's pop that one on, pop that one on here. So by the end of these three, touching upon what I'd said beforehand, and that is, well, I've done one with the corner, we've done one with the borders, but then also, although I've kind of got uniformity of what I'm away to do here, you could be sporadic if you want to, certainly seeing some of the samples and get creative with different colours. And
Oh, definitely.
because I've not even touched one, I've used them with colour blocks, Bex. I've not even started to bring in my inks, my glimmer sprays,
Yeah.
nothing like that. Whereas, of course, you can be doing all that, using all that. So let's pop these ones out here. So I'm going to move them out the way. Let's take that little bit of tape and let's separate them. I'm going to do what I done before, and that is, let's bring in our mat. So this one is quite repetitive because we're just using the large and the small. So set that to the side, and then I'm just going to go onto the edge of my mat with my poke tool. Let's just turn that around, just press, get in that bit of shape. Now, look, you could do this, Bex, if you want, just by hand. Of course
Oh,
you
yeah,
could.
for sure.
But I just find, I don't know why, I just find I get a nicer look when it comes to something sharper or longer with the poke tool. And then we can press, snip in if you want to.
These look so good.
So we're just going to press down. And if you pierce your petal with the end, if you press too much, say it again, like I've kept saying, Bex, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
One, you're not
absolutely.
actually going to see it anyway.
No.
But two, it doesn't matter. It's flowers, it's petals. Leave them as they are. And let's take, so we're going to go blue, white, blue, white. So let's go in with the blue one. So pop in just a little bit
Blue
in
and
there.
white. This genuinely looks like Scottish flag colours, Craig. It's just home's always on the brain.
Actually, you're right. You know, I've never even seen it that way, but yeah, you're right.
I know, it was only when they were down there like that, I was like, oh, they look like the Scottish flag
The
like
Scottish flag.
together.
Yeah, yeah, they do. It's always, home is always on my mind. Always there, Bex. It's been a wee while since I've been home.
Oh, really?
If my mum's watching this, she's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, hurry up.
Hurry up and get home. Although, to be fair, they're on standby for when I actually move. So they'll be
Move
coming.
here?
Well, when I move here, my mum and John, my stepdad, and Clemmy the dog, they're coming down
Yeah.
to help. So I don't feel as bad. But as I said, with Heather having our little baby, I'll nip home just for a couple of days.
Yeah, that'll be so nice.
And yeah, look to recreate something similar. So let's just press that one down.
If
and
anyone
then-
knows Craig on social anyway, I'm sure if Heather gives you permission to, you'll probably share the card anyway.
Heather absolutely loves it. When she had Lula, a little girl, I was like that, back where I was like, can I share pictures? She's like, oh my gosh, absolutely, of course you
Yeah.
can. So yeah, I will do. I'll need to message her later on, so yeah, keep an eye out. Hit spam of baby pictures.
Yeah, that's so cute.
And that one, Bex, is
Look how pretty that
all
is.
that we're doing with that one. I've gone in with a silver gem, and every single one is exactly the same. If you want to alternate large, small, medium, you can do that, but this one I've kept them all exactly the
So
same.
you've just gone blue, white, blue, white.
That's it.
Silver gem.
That is it.
Awesome.
That is all that I've done. And then what I'm going to do is I've popped the baby grow on a foam pad. I'm going to put that as close to the centre as I can. You can do kind of the frame wreath first if you want, and then the new baby. This time what I've done is I've only popped a foam pad at each side because I like the look of it.
Oh,
just
just sort of
flowing
curving
over.
over.
Yeah. And
Love
obviously if I
that.
popped a foam pad in the middle, it would stop that. And then let's go in. This is where I would recommend like your glue gel, but your tacky glue is still going to work. And then if I'm ever doing anything like this, I always think of the clock. So
go from 12 and all the way around.
Yeah.
That's clever.
So-
no, yeah, get your quarters
so
in.
yeah, so sorry, I'll go with the quarters. And if you want to be really uniform like me within this one, what I do is when it comes to the 2 petals at the side, I round them around the nesting die.
Amazing.
So-
oh yeah, of course. So you can, yeah.
So we can just shape it that way. So I'll go 12, 6, 3, 9, and then the other ones will just slot in. And in actual fact, let's just pull that out that little bit more. So we've got them over the edge.
Yeah.
And then these ones, these just slot in. Every single one I done the exact same way, nothing different. Pop that in. And what we'd also do is once this was dried, I would go in and then start to lift the petals up again.
Yeah, of
Just where
course.
they've gotten a little bit flat. And then pop that one in. Again, let's just go in. Let's just pull them out slightly. And it's perfectly positioned that you've got that knife free. And that's it, Vix.
Do
Now,
you
I
know-
know I'd already done all the die cutting, but for something that's very repetitive,
Yeah.
but looks really quite nice using them as individuals.
I love it. And again, it's just how you can get further use out of this dye.
That's it,
Oh,
exactly.
yeah, the white glue, there is a little bit of drying time on the white glue. You do need to give it a few moments. Let's
Yeah.
have a look at that card one more time because it's back on there. There
Just
we
even
go.
just at
Look
the
at
side
that. Beautiful.
There you go.
Gorgeous. Donna says, super card Craig. Camille says, loving the card Craig. Always love your demos. So inspirational. Beautiful baby blue card as well. So pretty. Thank you so much for all the love for all 3 of Craig's cards. They were beautiful.
Thank you.
Absolutely love it. And it's like you say, it's so nice to see something that we see on the VT that we can see. You can go back and have a look at it for sure and see how it's been made. Gorgeous. Beautiful card, Craig, says Valerie. Okay, it's time to wrap up the show, guys. Where's the time gone? Next up on Hobby Maker, Amy is prepping. She is with us today. She's out there crafting for tomorrow. She's got 1 p.m. and 6 p.m. with the new Pearl Drop.
They'd work so well with the centre of the flowers.
They would work. Yeah, they do. I can confirm they really do. They're beautiful. Her demos are shaping up to be absolutely awesome as well.
She'd just done one before we started,
Took
didn't
my
she?
breath
I know,
away.
mine too. I
Oh
was
my
like, wow.
gosh. She's got the For Love of the Stamps Fundamentals collection as well. And fundamentals is absolutely the right word. There is going to be a place in every Stamper's stash for those. And the brand new Hunky Dory apron. What a perfect Christmas present as well if you've already started your shopping. Even if it's a present for yourself. Next up on Hunky Dory TV, Anne-Marie and Natalie will be with you tomorrow. Natalie finishes for maternity leave on Wednesday, so you're going to want to catch tomorrow and Wednesday's show. Technique Tuesday, and it's dedicated to box making.
Well, I was just starting a box for something before we came on in.
Oh, really? How exciting. So get your scoreboard ready, craft along with us. It is going to be a really fun show. Take care and enjoy the rest of your Monday.